Welcome to the first episode of Host Review, where we've taken a much deeper look into content of all medium and scored them in multiple categories. I'm your host Zombie, and today we'll be taking a look at a game that conquered the world for about a month, Pokemon X and Y. Now before we get elbows deep into what is widely considered the best version of the series, I will lay out its overall scores out of 10. Innovation, 9. Storytelling, 4. Accessibility, 10. Pacing, 6. Presentation, 7. First off, innovation. This game scores highly on innovation for a handful of reasons. A. Full fluid Pokemon animation. The animated Pokemon in this game look great, from the battle stances to the numerous attacking animations. All animations flow freely without hiccup. Every Pokemon has a set of animations from being introduced, special and physical attacks, and even fainting animations. Some attacks even have special animations which will leave the player wondering how every learned move looks. B. Super Training. Super Training is a way to monitor and guide your Pokemon's EVs, or effort values. This completely revolutionized training for competitive play, while being a decent time-killing minigame with good side effects. C. The Pokemon themselves. Even though this game introduced a rather sparing 65 new Pokemon, these Pokemon seem to be the strongest of the bunch. They play superbly and uniquely, even with the 650 that came before them. The introduction of the Fairy type mixed up competitive play by giving much needed life to the underrated Steel and Poison type, while crippling the overpowered Dragons. Second, storytelling. At first blush, the storytelling in a game like Pokemon would really be an afterthought, but with such long, unskippable, time-consuming dialogues, the storytelling takes a serious hit. Being based on France, the story tries to deal with things like greed, human pollution, and beauty, and tries to be much more compelling and thought-provoking than it actually is. Having a game where the protagonists and their allies are young children leaves little room for handling the mature ideologies presented in the game, leaving the resolutions feeling trite and unmerited. Thirdly, accessibility. This entry into the series is by far the most and least accessible within the franchise. The accessibility in this game ranges from the very basic catch monsters, battle monsters, win game, to the extreme catch monsters, breed offspring with perfect IVs, individual values, complete Pokedex, EV train, beat gym challenge, beat battle mansion multiple times, battle other players online, and technically never win the game. Next, pacing. This game scores slightly lower on pacing due to how detrimentally accessible it is for every type of player, offering no option to skip even the unnecessary dialogue. Offering running, the roller skates, and the bicycle does help with the physical pacing and the travel times, but alternately offering little to no challenge in the game, with the exception of turning off the supremely important XP share given to you right at the beginning. Lastly, presentation. This game scores above average on presentation visually, along with the sound effects that each Pokemon makes, while taking a large cut on the musical scoring. After hearing the same 20 to 45 second sound file played over and over again on a never-ending repeat, for some at least, including myself, it'll highly encourage you to play the game in complete silence. I exclude the lack of full 3D gameplay due to my lack of fucks given for 3D in general. It's a dying fad that adds or subtracts absolutely nothing from the overall experience. It's a dying fad, get over it. This game scores a 36 out of 50, or just shy of an 8 out of 10, which is far from the next to perfect reviews it's gotten elsewhere. Thanks for watching. Tell me your favorite Pokemon in the comments below, and tell your friends to do it as well. Because the chances are, if you were born between 1985 and now, you have a relationship with this collectible craze. And secretly, or not so secretly, still love that little yellow rodent. Peace out.